Here we are again now. Again now. Well, Jam Production, meeting number 14. Now, basically, for the most part, what I'm here to express to you is we finished the Shrinker racing game, Dr. Shrinker's racing game, as well as we should be coming out with, we're still editing it together, the walkthrough, and kind of like, gives you some shortcuts actually on some of the racetracks. But we're now on to starting our next one. In Roblox, you'll see a lot of stuff called the Obbies, which are obstacle courses. I used to always call them in video games the jumping games. Mario Brothers is like that a lot, and so is Sonic sometimes. A lot of times. But those ones are kind of like a different type I'll be dealing with later. These ones here are just jumping from location to location. Different obstacles, of course. That's why it's called an obby. Now, what I've done is I decided to design it on, because I got to come up with something to make it not like all the rest of them, and then give me a way to focus the creative side of it, what I'm going to put into the game. In this case, I went with the idea of where do you want to get out of, or obstacles from or to. Well, I went with like an obby out of hell, and I wanted to base it on Dante's Inferno. And there's like, besides just the obstacles, and there's going to be an area in between each one where there's a, an area. It can be only like one room, whatever, but something represents that ring of hell. Starting from down at the bottom, working your way back up to the top this time. The last one would actually take you out onto a separate map with a separate, because it's going to have the hellscape for most of the game. But when you finally finish it, it should pop you out to a completely different place where it's like that. I was planning on that, like the starting. When you first get the game and you're making games, they have a thing called your starting place or my starting place. Well, that's what I used as the area representing home. Now, that one, here's a symbol from that one, if you want to look it up. Dante's Obby out of hell. We're finishing that up right now. And the walkthrough for that one will be coming out in a while. I've still got to film and edit and the details on it. It's basically just going to be showing you what to get through it in fast forward. Like I said, partially this is 3 steps when you make a game, and it's kind of like from what I learned in school, and I wanted to still follow that concept. Say so, they can't say you understand what the world is doing unless you try it in its way. Well, first the gaming companies will come out with you like this in a production meeting and tell you what the new game design we have and give you an update on the old game designs that we've had. Then we design it. Then we put it out there. And then we go ahead and create a walkthrough or something like that. It'd be another like a merchandising upsell, but it's the process I wanted to still follow. And put that out there too. And all these, my only upcoming in that is it goes all the way back to watch the walkthroughs. It's going to go back to our YouTube Real Damn Studio location. It's all kind of extenuous work and something fun for me to keep my brain working on. And to draw them back to the original being here, Real Damn Studio. There we go. Now, if that wasn't enough for you, I would like to discuss, this won't be exactly on time because these kind of come out different because I write them and then I put them out. During this whole time, this net neutrality thing, I found out right before that happened, they canceled public access in my area. The studio decided to quit carrying it. So, gone. Something that's supposed to be guaranteed more so than your ability to watch paid TV is the importance of public access TV. I'd worry more about it, and I fought it before up in Seattle when they went from regular viewing on TV to HD. They left it behind then too, because when they went to the HD stations, they didn't include public access. Those of us in public access in Seattle, Washington, bitched and complained, and we got that changed. They got it put on. They had to include 2 public access stations, because actually one of the president who set it all up, oh, FDR, I think. I'd have to look it up again. No, it wasn't him. But I think it might have been Eisenhower. No. I'm going to have to look that up. You can go ahead and look it up. Put a comment down below. Let me see if you found it. But when he wrote the rules on how cable TV, because he was afraid, he knew that if only the rich could be on TV, only the rich could speak to the people. And he didn't want there being that separation. Well, they said, screw that. And we would be all in trouble if not for the fact that, well, YouTube and the internet are there now. They weren't there before. So, pretty much I wasn't getting, they've taken public access from being the normal range. They kicked it all the way off in some weird number that you'd really have to be looking for it. No chance of just someone finding it on accident and enjoying your stuff. No. You had to have told them where it was, so you could find this like 112 or whatever it was for a while locally. Now, YouTube luckily makes it a little easier, and we still have a way to speak, but we're going to have to keep fighting. Don't let that net neutrality, well, it did die out, but doesn't mean we have to give up. Doesn't mean we can't return to it. A lot of these things going on now in this current presidential thing, I personally, if I could, I would run on one concept. I will completely reverse everything this bastard did to our country during the time. Except for you can't. It's a lot of psychological damage. That's the way it goes, though. So, get out of that, back into the business. Business of making nothing. But it's the fun process of going through it. And the freedom I have of not really having to care if it ever is liked or if it ever makes money. But I enjoy it, and that's what matters. And hopefully some of you enjoy it. If there's only one person out there who enjoys it, I'm glad, because I create what I do because I wanted to see what I'm not creating. So that's why it's there. I understand I'm in the minority on it, but that's fine by me. Okay, now we'll see you next time, and we'll probably have another game for you, and we'll tell you how this one went. Let's see, this time was what they call an obstacle course. I think the next one's a line runner. So we'll come up with some ideas on that. Maybe put some stuff down below and see what you guys think. I still want to get input from you. This is supposed to be at least two-way. So, contact us, make comments. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you probably next month. Thank you, and have a nice day.